Some kids throw tantrums. It happens. It's this thing, but it's wildly inconvenient and it's not very fun. How do we help parents and kids navigate those tantrums?
Well, first of all, it's so embarrassing if you're in public and your child's throwing a tantrum. But you know, most of the people that you're out there with in public have been parents or are parents, and they've seen it in their own lives. And there's a lot of understanding, a lot of compassion for you as you're going through it. One of the best ways is to make sure that your child has some strategies to work out his anger or fears before you're going someplace where there might be a tantrum. You know, it's just a good idea to make sure that your child understands your family and what your family expects, and in terms of decorum, and but you also need to be sensitive to the fact that, you know, if somebody throws a tantrum, they're really upset about something, and it's a good idea to just kneel beside them and let them get through their fit, and maybe put your hand on their back and try to calm them down that way. They're going to kick and scream and so forth, but they need to get it out. They need to get that anger out. And you know, tantrums work for the child, and a lot of times the child gets what he wants by throwing the tantrum. That's, if you get into that type of situation where it's that it's common, it becomes their habit, and it will become your habit as well in giving in to the child, and that's not healthy for your family.
What I've found, like if I'm in a conversation with another adult, because that's what kids are, is they're little people. If I'm in a conversation with another adult and I'm starting to get really mad, or if they're starting to get really mad, it helps a lot if the other part of that conversation gets really mad too. Just see how big you can make. No, that's not it. That's not it. Why in the world would you think that accelerating at a place with a person who's just barely learning how to communicate would cause them to know that they need to decelerate?
Yeah.
You are stable. You are calm. It's not going to help them know what to do. In fact, it sometimes even models the wrong things. If you enter into the conflict with them, into the tantrum with them, yeah, it doesn't help.
Yeah, and a lot of I've heard a lot of people say that it's a good idea just to ignore them, and that's really hard to do if you're in a public place. It's a lot easier to do if you're at home. However, it's a dangerous thing to do because they can hurt themselves or hurt somebody else. So it's, you know, you want to de-escalate the situation as calmly, as Kevin said, as you possibly can.
If you are a new person, you're just learning how to talk, just learning how to understand what's going on, what's normal, what's, you know, going past those times in which everything is about you and what you want, there's this big thing called emotional regulation. But emotional regulation doesn't happen until emotional awareness occurs. What are they feeling? They know they're feeling something. Clearly they're feeling something. Helping them to know what they're feeling, helping them to know what they're supposed to do when they feel what they're feeling will also play a big role in that.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of times it's vocabulary or language, because they don't have the words to express exactly not just what they're feeling, but what they're wanting. You know, that's another issue we could talk about at some point too. It's just why children hit, and goes right along with why children do tantrums.
It's hard to be a parent. It's hard to be a parent when you're tired and they're throwing a fit in the target. If you need some help, maybe some morale boosting, some guidance, or if you need some help helping your kids understand things like communicating their feelings, well, we do that. And if you'd like some help, give us a call.
We'd love to help you.